Okay, cool. I'm Eminem. I can say what I want.
Hey guys, what's going on? Katie Day with the Movie to Texas team and Stephen Kim of Stephen Kim Holmes here with another episode of Real Advice. Today we have a guest that I am so excited to chat with. One of my favorite people on social media. He is an absolutely kick-ass real estate leader, broker, social media master, great father, great person. Zachary Foust. What's going on, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Not a broker, owner. But
did I say broker?
Yeah, he said broker. It's all good. Yeah. I'm too young to be a broker in Delaware. So I had to hire one. But I do own Loft Realty, yes. But thank you so much, guys. I appreciate and look up to both of you already. So it's awesome to be in this space with you guys. My name's Zachary Loft. You may know me from TikTok, weird listing videos, just 2-Minute Tuesdays, anything video. I'm unapologetically me to a fault sometimes. And I just happen to sell homes, but I love marketing.
Love it. Love it. You know what? We should add something in there, Zachary. Maybe there's a piece of content in there like Flamethrower Fridays, because that video of you with the flamethrower is like one of my, that's just quintessential. That's you. I
don't know if I can access a flamethrower each week.
You're going to need to sell a lot of real estate to get to that point.
Tons of it. And a lot of really cool sellers.
I love it. I love it. Zach, I know your time is incredibly precious. You're just such an amazing family guy. You run a kick-ass team, a brokerage, all of the above. One thing, just to kind of get it started is you're just a super down-to-earth human.
Thanks,
man. So someone who's got 1.5 million followers on TikTok, tens of thousands of followers on Instagram, every social media platform. The one thing that still amazes me is just how down-to-earth and genuine you are. And
but it's funny. It's funny. My coach, he always had the joke. He said, Zach, you're the most down-to-earth player we have on our team. I was like, thanks. He said, no, I just mean you can't jump. And I was like, okay. But that's the content though. That's really what it is. I remember when I was 12 years old and I had this weird kick where I liked NASCAR. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I really followed Dale Earnhardt, and I had a friend who got to go not backstage, what I'm about to say, in the pits where everything's going on, and got to meet Dale Earnhardt. And I was like, oh my God, tell me how it goes. The next day they're like, yo, he's a dick. He was such a dickhead. And I remember thinking just as a 12-year-old, I was like, wow, I don't like him anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird conundrum, but it's so true. If you're not real, if you're not the same person everywhere, you lose it so fast. Yeah. So I just started on level 10 of being who I am all the time, knowing that, okay, well, they're gonna know.
Yeah. I love it.
This is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. So the only thing fake about me is about to get fake teeth because I hate my teeth so much, but that's all. And I'll let people know.
Really?
My teeth are my teeth are trash. My dad's were. Everyone's happy. Yeah, really. It's all good. I know it.
Dude, I see you on my phone. So the thing is I don't see you well enough. So yeah. I would never have known that.
Steve, don't lie. Steve was telling me actually, Zach, before you got on, he normally puts your YouTube and TikTok videos on his big screen TV at his house. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is.
It's a projector in my basement, Katie.
Oh, sorry.
Projector in the basement. Yeah. Got you. That's less weird. Got it.
Awesome. Yeah. You know what? We wanted to have you on, Zach, because one of the things that you shed light on this past week's Clubhouse was just your rock solid mindset, and just so many people found that to be so incredibly valuable, and it resonated with so many people. So we'd like to spend some time just really kind of doing a deep dive into Zach's mindset.
Ooh, that's a little scary.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
scary, but it's such $1 million word, right? Mindset. People throw it out there like it's candy. What is it like? How did you start your journey on having such a phenomenal mindset? Where would that start? Was it something that happened in elementary school? Something you learned from your parents? Walk us through that. When did that start? Self-development, reading books? Where was it?
I'd say it's a combination of a few things. A lot of callousing. or calloused, or however you say that fancy word. It's too fancy for my vocabulary. When you can't feel.
Yeah.
I was bullied a lot in elementary school, whether it was the fact that I was just overly energetic all the time, go figure, or that I was
Surprising.
surprising, right? Or I was just, it was a lot to do with talking a lot, being energetic. I was just easily bullied. That just was my life, to the point where I got pulled out of school for a couple years because like it was getting that bad.
Wow.
Came back in high school and I just became like I don't want to talk to anybody. Like I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna get out. And then playing basketball, I was actually being recruited to play possibly overseas or in like a D2 college. Due to my skin color and height, I didn't have a strong chance, but I did my best. And then when I tore my MCL in front of my possible recruit in game one of senior year, I was like, that's unfortunate.
No.
I'm not really good at anything else. So a lot of things kind of led up to it. But then here's the thing. I had to make a decision at some point in my life. Do I just keep like wallowing and just doing this and just running through the motions? Or am I going to actually sit here, make a choice, put myself in the right direction? And for me, that was learning to be a truly good follower, not just someone who shuts up and gets in line, but really a great follower. Because somebody had said, and I thought it was the stupidest thing on the planet, they said the best leaders are the best followers. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense, but it's so true. And then also working on my own mind, because my mind was a dark place. It wasn't fun to be around me. And I was just like, okay, and we went over a little bit on the Clubhouse call when I got my license and things started up. I was like, okay, like if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I just started buckling down, reading the books, listening to the podcast, and I'd like made the physical choice and started taking the action. Because ultimately I had to make it a habit. Because I don't determine my life. Like I don't do that. My habits determine my life. So it's my job to create the good habits.
Wow. So let me ask you. So now, playing on these multitude of social media platforms, what do you do when you get those haters?
I love it.
Yeah. So what
legitimately. I don't just say that. Like I love it.
What a change though, right? Because, being bullied at a young age, and not doing that, like, look, I was an elementary school teacher for almost 2 decades. I see the impact of what bullying does at a young age. To see you essentially blossom into this like guru of social media, getting to the mindset to be like, I love it. If someone's going to say something negative about me, bring it on. I love it.
Yeah.
Walk us through that now. Like, how do you navigate through those comments?
In my opinion, it takes a lot for someone to go out of their way to be outrightly hateful and negative. So for me, I'm like, wow, my content was that impactful on you. So secondarily, you want to get up?
Yeah.
You gotta be quiet, baby girl. You say hi. So hi, baby girl. So, and then from there, it was also the fact that I kind of realized that if you have haters, especially people it kind of tells you you're getting farther along in life than they are. Because a lot of times hate is just, I'm trying to grab you and pull you back down to where I'm at. I'm mad at you because you're doing what I'm not, or you've accomplished something that I was told I couldn't. So I was like, the more hate that's coming in, the more I'm doing the right thing. As long as things aren't getting back up. Cool. I like it. I like it when you're very firm with your decisions. So it's really quite honestly that, like, I feel bad for that person a little bit. I love it from the perspective of the psychology behind it. Like, I know now, why are you pushing me away from the microphone? You're making this increasingly difficult. It's all good.
You're looking natural, like being kick-ass dad and like composed.
I'm doing my best, man. Just look at the camera. Just look at the camera and smile. So exactly, just moving around, glass of wine. It's all good. But I came to realize even the bully, in some way, shape, or form, had large insecurities.
Yeah.
And so I realized, okay, if I don't want to be a lifelong victim of that type of person, or B, as I say in Batman, you either die a hero, live long enough to become the villain, become somebody like that, I needed to address my insecurities, address my weaknesses, get better, grow into who I am today. And I feel I'm still like 5 steps up this proverbial life mountain, where I still have hundreds of miles to go in my, personal self-growth.
I feel like that's such a hard thing to, like, your parents always told you that as a kid, like, oh yeah, they're just insecure, or they're jealous, or they're this, or they're that when you're getting bullied, right? Because I feel like everyone gets bullied at some point, right? Even the bullies get bullied.
Yeah.
So it's just something that all kids have to deal with. And like when you come into that as an adult or come into that as a young adult and you realize like, I'm great, like this is awesome, and I'm just going to be me. Like that's the most freeing feeling. So.
Yeah, life is optional high school. Like I no longer have to participate in all these weird social games that people play. People still do it all the time, but it's optional.
Please stay away with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just you being so active on social media, I think you should do like a mean tweets.
Oh, God.
I think that would be funny, like mean comments.
Oh man, that would be funny. That would be funny. I recently had somebody tell me, it's one of my tighter friends. They say, yo, I grabbed a drink with my friend and we saw this one person I knew from high school. I was like, oh, and I was like, okay, like I don't know that person. Like I've never met them. He was like, yeah, she said she wants you to lose everything and hates your soul. And I was like, sick. Like I don't even know you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like good for me.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, exactly. And I forget who it is. Dang it, I forget who it is. But he has like bottles of champagne with people's names on them that he knows hates them. And just like anytime like he hears hate from that person, he takes a drink out of the bottle of champagne.
Are you talking in third person now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
No, but mine would be whiskey. What are you doing, baby girl? You're making this so much entertainment for the people.
It's so good.
But yeah, mine would probably be whiskey. I do like wine. I love wine.
A good Merlot.
Yeah.
I love a good Merlot, a cab if I'm chilling. I don't consider champagne to be wine. I know it is, but the carbonation just
throws you
yeah.
I'm not a soda guy, so I've just grown to like not really like carbonation. Yeah.
But fun fact of the day. I appreciate that.
Exactly. The question went from here, went all the way over there.
Yeah. And now we're back. And now we're
back to alcohol. And that's real estate. Back to alcohol.
That it is. Yeah.
Do you know what this constantly reminds me of? So on Clubhouse on Wednesday, you were spitting fire. You were talking about self-awareness, having rock solid mindset. It always reminds me of that scene in 8 Mile where Eminem, it's the last battle, and Eminem goes up and he starts just spitting rhymes to the point where it's just in all self-awareness, to the point where like it's now he passes the mic over. They have nothing to say about him. I think you are the Eminem on social media.
It's the weirdest comparison I've ever heard in my life.
And also coming from Steve Kim in his like dad plaid shirt.
Oh,
like,
I love it. But you know what? That's my like Zach. Like I know this will resonate with you as well, Katie. There's nothing that you can say to me that I already don't know about myself. More importantly, I haven't already identified and put it out there in the universe.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right? Like I'm a middle-aged, balding Korean guy. Right? Like what else can you say that's going to knock me off my game? Nothing.
100%.
Nothing, right?
I love it.
It's just, I don't know. So anyways, that's the way that I look at you. You are the Eminem of social media, just incredibly self-aware. You play in your lane, and you don't care. You don't care what anyone has to say about that.
That's fair. That's
amazing.
Fair.
Yeah. So how do you impart that? Because I know you have a very quickly growing brokerage. How do you impart that mindset piece with your team?
That's a good question. I don't believe necessarily in when it comes to mindset. Like classic teaching. I believe there's a lot you can learn in the psychological realm. But I believe you also have to truly want to learn it. I believe fully in just the energy that passes between people is very powerful. Okay. So being around them, it can be simply grabbing lunch. It could be just being in the office and chatting with them. It can be them seeing how I react to certain situations. That is in the feedback I've gotten in the last 4 years has been the best help or growth points for them. For example, we had a situation where we had been trying, and my coach, Christopher Foust, I mean, he was newer with me. And we had a situation where basically the state was trying to make a rule against me. They were trying to make the Foust rule where you couldn't be a team leader under the age of 30. And I was the only team leader in Delaware under the age of 30. The only one. And then I was like, okay, well, can I at least have an office that's Myers River? They're like, oh, you can't run an office under 30 either. Yeah, literally like almost right in front of me. So basically we were faced with a situation like, okay, what do we do? And it was build a brokerage. Play on. If we go to their game, they now have to hold themselves accountable to their own rules. So I'm like, because it's a bunch of brokers. So I'm like, okay, so we got to be a brokerage. I'm like, I can't be a broker because I don't have 5 years. So my broker was like, am I allowed to say F them? Do I have to say the other one? Yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. So
I don't know what would be the other one from F them. F them's fine.
Well, no, it's gonna be fuck them.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, cool. I'm Eminem. I can say what I want. Well, he goes a little crazy. I won't go all that route, but he said, fuck them. I'll be your broker. Like, let's do it. I'll get another broker's license. Let's do it. And, basically as a team, we had that time. We had been denied 5 times in a row, our own office. And then the 5th time, like I almost broke down. I was so fed up. And I walked into the office and we had a party planned already because we were like, everything's ready. We got everything they needed. We're going to get it. And I walked in. I'm like, I'd already texted the group. I was like, we didn't get it, like chill, but everyone was still there. And so I remember walking in, I just jumped on the whiteboard and just started jotting, just started going. Everyone was sitting there too. I was just started jotting. It looked like a scene out of Beautiful Mind. It looked a little sociopathic, but I just started writing. And then I just wrote the LR because we were a loft team. And I said, LR. I said, we're Loft Realty now. What do we need to change? What do we need to do? We're no longer going to be team. We're going to be realty. Take your positions. What do you want to be in charge of? We need to change our social medias. We need new headshots. We need to do this. We need website changes. We need to recode our meta tags. We need blah, 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 blah. And everyone's just kind of sitting there like, wait, so we're not a team now? I said, we'll get to the whole format of things now, but we need to do this right now. So got it all taken care of. Sent someone to the bank to get a new escrow check. We resubmitted for the brokerage the next day.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I mean, but stuff like that is what matters. And I won't go, super deep into my life situation now, but I've found the ability to embrace the suck as it's there and not emotionally sink myself into it. Be able to stand above the water, look down, be like, okay, we're here. This sucks. I'll cry later. Right now, I need to make the right choices because I'll cry less if I make the right choices.
Where did that come from? You say it a lot. Embrace the suck, and I love it.
Oh, the military, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. 20-degree days in the rain in basic training, like year-long AIT, Afghanistan, El Paso, like all these different places where it's like, this sucks. But what does complaining about it change except make you feel worse? Yeah. Like when you're in Afghanistan, you're a bunch of sweaty old dudes. You're away from your girl. You're away from your friends. You're away from all of that. You're making money, like, not crazy. And, you could be bombed. So there's a lot of things going on in your head of like, yeah, could be better. And I just like grew this mindset of like, you know what? Complaining is not going to change this. So, and same when I was in the prison system, but then I started to shift the mindset when I was in the prison system to this sucks. I'm here. We'll be cool. But what could I do to like make this better? So,
wow.
Going off on a tangent.
Let me ask you, no. This is all
tangents
this
are
is all
great.
like very top down.
As I know we've said it, but thank you so much for your service.
Oh, it's all good. I was a nerd. I just coded stuff and hacked and fun jazz.
You were a nerd?
Oh, well, am a nerd. Yeah. I was at the time though a professional nerd.
Yeah.
So.
You still get paid to do it. We all do. Come on.
Yes, 100%.
Zach, let me ask. So you're growing brokerage. What would you say is the 1 or 2 defining characters you look for in an agent that you want on your team, with you on your journey?
I want blind loyalty. No.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't come up in the disc survey much. I need an addiction to growth. I need a simple want to be better than you were yesterday. I can work with scripts. I can teach you door knocking and I can teach you video. I can do all that. But if you're unwilling to grow, I'm going to be basically throwing my head against a wall. So, being coachable, but I really want like addiction to growth. Like I want to see life patterns. One of the biggest things I ask in my interviews, and honestly, usually the most revealing, I say, what are your top 3 hobbies? Like I'll go business. I'll be, where are your top 3 hobbies? And then I'll just lean back, giving the signal, like I'm here to listen and let them go. And people's hobbies tell you who they are. For example, if they say golf, cool. I could stop the interview right there. If you truly love and enjoy golf, you're addicted to personal growth in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Because no one does that. I'm just telling you. And it's not just golf. There's a lot of different ones. Yeah. But like if someone tells me, gardening, reading, and Netflix, I'm like, well, that doesn't really tell me you're the type of person that's going to match what's that. That's fine. Live your life. But you may be a better transaction coordinator than an agent. Like there's other things that I'll look for in the interview. I won't go too deep because it gets real psychological, but growth is the biggest one. And I would be lying if I didn't say, social media needs to be there. Because anybody can pay to advertise in a newspaper and anyone can get out and door knock, but I need to know you can get in front of a video and talk to 1,000 people and just be done.
Yeah, that's anxiety provoking for, I'm going to say, a large majority of our industry, right?
100%.
Getting in front of a video. No, that's insane. So where is Zach? Where is Loft Realty? Where is Zach Loft? What does that look like in 5 years' time?
Ooh, that's a great question. So we have 2 offices opening up in undisclosed locations in new states, not connecting states either.
Let's rewind for a second. You got denied 5 times to the point now you're growing with 2 new offices. That is mind-blowing. Congratulations.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's great.
Appreciate it. So yeah, we got one in the Florida region and one in the Tennessee region. Okay. And we're hoping we can follow both with Loft Lending. So we're going to get that licensed in Delaware and those 2 other states and start testing those systems.
Nice.
And then kind of figure it out. And both of those agents who are taking up the moniker of doing it are like, yeah, let's freaking do this. Like, what's the worst that can happen? So we're all going to grow at it together. And, so that's where it's going to be at here soon. But you asked 5 years. Yikes, man. I don't know what I'm eating for dinner tomorrow. Jesus. You act like I got a plan. I'm making this up as I go.
The teacher in me, right? What's your plan? What's your plan?
I've never, I have my 5-year goals, but they're all mega entrepreneur mindset types. Is boring. Like where I truly want to be in 5 years, honestly. And one of the things on that list is I want to just be an impact. Like I feel I have influence now. I want to go to impactor, not influencer. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like I want to truly, like the Tom Ferrys of the world, like they have impact. They're changing people's life decisions on a day-to-day basis and changing their lifestyles and changing their habits, which can change their family life, their life with their husband or wife, their life, all around. And it could start from just getting confidence in a script. So I want to be an impactor. I'm also a huge proponent for, I want to grow a program, grow a something. I'm not even 100% sure what it's going to be, but I'm going to do it. Is something to get into the ears of the early high schooler out there. The person who may have had dual military parents, but knows they have that entrepreneurial blood and needs to hear somebody that's doing it and be like, this is possible. You can do this. I want to be the person who can get in them and teach them about what a damn credit score is, how to what's a good interest rate, go into all adulting, here's some recipes in a crock pot, learn something to survive in life.
To be an adult. Yeah,
exactly. And maybe not push them away from college, but at least let them know what a student college or a student loan really costs. And what you're truly on average going to receive from said degree. I don't push against it at all. I want my doctor who's about to open up my chest to have something hanging on the wall. But if you want to be an electrician, why are you getting a 4-year psychology degree?
Yeah.
If you want to be a real estate agent, I don't care if you know French literature. It doesn't matter. So
that was my major. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. That's one of my biggest goals, is just to be an impactor and be the person that I wish I met when I was 14. So, and at scale.
And I think that's going to resonate with a lot of, younger teens, people kind of getting into the workforce, right out of college. Someone's, my first year teaching, my vice principal at the time, she came in, I was working late, and she's like, you know what makes a good teacher? And I was like, I have no idea. She's like, it's the idea or the notion that you're here to make an impact, not just an income. And so if you think about in our industry, it's limitless to how much money we can make. But in terms of what really limits us is like the impact we can have. Look, we're putting families and singles and whoever into homes every day, every single day we're doing it. Yes, there's an impact, but at the end of the day, because it's so transactional, like just how far and how deep is that impact on a day-to-day basis? And that's one thing that, I can say wholeheartedly, I miss being in the classroom. Those 33 kids every single day. I know it's an impact every single day. They come back when they're like 33 years old. They're doctors, they're lawyers, construction workers. And they're like, Mr. Kim, you were it. It was the impact. It was that one thing you said when I was 13 years old. And I was like, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
So I resonate with that wholeheartedly, Zach. And, that just speaks volumes to your character. So good on you, man. Honestly, good on you. This bromance just gets stronger and stronger every time I talk to you.
Well, you nailed the one thing. It really is that one thing. It really is that one day, that one moment that can like literally shift an entire person's life. We see it happen on the negative side all the time, but don't understand it can happen on the positive side just as easily.
Yeah. 100% right. Wow. Amazing.
Man. Yeah.
Well, Zach, I know we got a couple of minutes.
Katie,
Katie,
only got a couple left. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I know. Hey, look, you're manning the ship at home. All the kids and everything. So, Katie, do you want to end off with a last question, last remarks for Mr.
No, I was just thinking one of the things, just as a comment, Zach, on like your vision is something that I really love hearing about, right? Like when we had talked previously about, when you were getting into real estate, you knew before you even started in real estate, before you even licensed, you're like, I need a team or I need something bigger than me, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with like what you want for your future, right? Like real estate is great. I love it. We do help people find homes, things like that. But it's like that larger impact is so important. And I think we sometimes lose sight of that. So kudos to you. I always appreciate your vision.
Appreciate y'all heavily. And thank you for being influencers in not just real estate video, but like stuff like this, mindset, growth, like action, execution, like actually going out and doing it. So people need stuff like this.
100%. Zach, let me ask you, this is my own kind of personal, shtick, I'm going to call it, when I do these podcasts with amazing guests like yourselves. What's your favorite thing you like to eat? I'm a big foodie.
Tacos.
What kind of tacos?
I am a street taco.
Okay.
If it's American, I just need straight to go to the El Paso line, find me a food truck, and just not go home. That's when I went to the San Diego Summit. I found I ate tacos over the course of those 4 days. Probably 9 of my 10 meals were tacos. Yeah,
we should go to Mexico City.
Oh my God.
Dude, I went to Mexico City a couple of years ago, and the amount of tacos my husband and I were trying to count them up. We got to 45, and we were on maybe day 2, and we're just forget it. Cause they're small, you can get 6 different kinds and just.
I love
That's
tacos.
dangerous.
Locally, because I don't really have access to it, I'm a cheesesteak connoisseur, but I don't do that. Yeah, I don't eat nearly as many the past 5 months. I've really taken a gigantic grip on my health. Last 5-6 months, cut 35 pounds and gained another 20 back in muscle. Now, yeah, I'm looking forward to cutting it back off again. Seeing what it looks like when I get this extra protein fat off me. So, but I've really taken a firm grip of my health, just, with this baby girl in my life and how much of an impact she has on me. I'm I need to be high energy, not just here, high energy as soon as this call ends, high energy for her when she's 12, when she's 20,
You got it.
Yeah. So that's been a really big why for me lately. So not as many cheesesteaks, but if I have a weekend getaway and I can have some low carb tacos, sign me up.
Game changer. Well,
Yeah.
Zach, thank you so much. I know you're manning the ship at home. Thank you again for just, showing the real you, which you have such a natural ability of doing, sharing with people your rock solid mindset, how you got to where you are, and kind of what your vision looks like, and just speaking your truth which just empowers so many people. So thank you for your impact. Thank you for your service. Thank you for just being a wicked ass human being.
It's a wicked ass.
Yeah.
Human
Yeah.
being.
He really did. He
There was
really
a
did
little
have
pause.
there was a long pause. I was
You
like,
know what, 'cause
I don't swear. I don't swear very often.
It's all good. I've been doing a ton of squats. I do currently have a wicked ass. I get it. That's what I thought you were referencing.
I think that's a good TikTok. But anyways.
Hey, you guys got to have me back on when I got the studio down there. I got these new shiny teeth in me like Chip Skylark from Fairly Odd Parents. Like, you guys give me the opportunity to do that. All right.
Love you, man. You're awesome.
Love it, man. Appreciate y'all.
Dude,
have a good one. Take care, everyone.